Okay, here I am making Charlie's blended food. I make up one batch a day. Um, she gets a continuous feed most of the time, so there's no point in making separate meals. If we do decide to give her small boluses instead of a continuous feed, we just draw it up in a syringe right out of her bag, or I set aside a little bit to use during the day. Okay, so this is our blend tech. That's all her food. I'm going to set my phone in between two tuna cans, so hopefully it will stay up. Okay. First, it has markings, so I put in 1 cup of hemp milk. That's a little bit higher calories than some of the other plant milks. And another cup of either almond milk or coconut milk. Today we have almond. I didn't buy any coconut. Another cup of that. And then, let's see, I always put in 6 ounces of prune juice to help her poop. The markings on the container are very nifty. Okay, and so from there, this is, I put this in the water in the morning to let it soak. It is steel cut oats, almonds, and dried fruit. And that just kind of makes it easier for the blender to handle it. I mean, the blender can handle it, but it just cuts down on the blending time. So I just pour that in there. That alone was about 450 calories. Now as far as the veggies and fruits go, I usually just estimate. And get some peas. And this is some fresh fruits and veggies. Just veggies, tomatoes and carrots. One that can handle that. And here we're going to split some blueberries in there. We have the dried fruit and the prune juice, which I count as a fruit. And then I always try to put either some fresh or frozen fruits in there. Silver flaxseed. Again, I rarely measure it out. I just kind of dump it in there. I usually do 1 tablespoon of olive oil or flax oil. Again, just estimating. And another tablespoon of coconut oil, which I had sitting in hot water so that it can turn a liquid. And I add just a chewable vitamin. I don't buy expensive vitamins. I figure she's getting pretty healthy food. And gotta get the lid. Basically, I just turn it on. The soup setting once or twice. It takes about 4 minutes for it to blend total. As you can see in the first 10 seconds, it's already quite blended. Since we have to put it in through a pump, and we have to get it really smooth and pretty thin. I find that I had to play with it a lot, but I found that this amount of food to this amount of liquid does really well. We use a Zvex Interlite Infinity pump, which the bags, you can modify them to turn them into gravity bags. You could just look that up on YouTube, modify Zvex feed set, I think, and it'll show you how to modify it. And I always do that just to make sure things not alarming at me all night. And it's done pretty well. It's never clogged her tube. We did clog a J tube once, but she's back to a G tube now, so it's fine. So that's pretty much it. I mean, after I'm done with this, I don't strain it or anything. I just pour it right into the modified bag, and that's it. This is about 1,200 mLs and about 1,100 to 1,400 calories, depending on what foods I used. Today's is probably closer to 1,200 calories, but I'd have to add it up. But I figure she doesn't need exact amounts every day. She's pretty healthy. She's got a little bit of chub to her. So I'm gonna finish this up, and that's pretty much it.